going to have a little look at some treasures today. I'm experimenting with my setup again. It's pretty makeshift. I have my tripod resting on a folded up scarf in the hopes that it dampens some of the accidental desk sounds that transfer up through the tripod. We'll see how it goes. I have a new lamp. I didn't get it for making videos. It's not the greatest, but I thought I'd see how it goes. It's casting some pretty intense shadows, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's alright. I'm really, really happy to see you. I'm really happy to be spending some time with you. It's been a while. I really, really want to get to a place where I can regularly upload again. I've just been trying not to put too much pressure on myself through this transition period of my life. There's been a lot of things to get organized and get used to. Building new routines. Yeah. So, I had my mum visiting me for a couple of weeks recently, and we had the opportunity, amazing opportunity, to go stay in an Airbnb right on the beach, and it was the most incredible time. I really wanted to get a video there, but I didn't get the chance to, which is a shame, but I'll put some photos if I remember. There were penguins, lots of penguins all around the house. Overnight they would come in from the sea and shelter around the house, in the bushes, under rocks. I got a glimpse of a couple. I didn't get any photos because we didn't want to disturb them, but we could hear them a lot. They're very noisy, but it was so special. I was up really early and able to watch the sunrise a couple of the mornings. We were only there for 4 days, 3 nights. Sitting out on the back porch, just watching the waves, was amazing. We ate most of our meals out there. My mum did some painting outside. I took a lot of photos. I have a camera now. My sister gave me her old proper digital camera, and I've been playing around with that, and hopefully I'll learn how to use it properly. But since we had our own sort of private access to the beach, and it was so rocky, so many beautiful rocks, Like, it wasn't a sand beach, it was a rock beach. I spent quite a few hours beachcombing, looking for beautiful shells, sea creatures. I didn't see any sea creatures really, which is a shame. I was hoping I would see some starfish or some sea urchins, but also looking for sea glass, which is something I've never found before, except for one tiny little bit one time. But it was so special, and I had the most fun time just looking for sea glass. And on the second day of searching, I found this just really particular spot on the beach that had so much. So I actually packaged up a few little bits and sent them to my sister this morning. I just went and sent them. And the rest we're going to have a look at. I've just put them in this box. It's actually a drawer. You can see the little handle here. I thought it would be nice to put them in something. I just had them in a Ziploc bag, which I thought probably wasn't that pretty. So I'll see if I can get some tapping sounds from the pieces of glass. But mainly I thought I could just sort of do a little bit of fossicking and just, I don't know, enjoying the beauty of them, I guess. The sounds. Oh, I think I've got like a wood dust. Goodness me. Okay. I really like the clear ones. I kind of want to eat them, especially when they're all together. Look at the different shapes, the beautiful frostiness of them. Some, I think, are better quality than others. So See, this one is not quite as worn down. It's not as smooth. So I would say this one's not quite as nice. It's got some pretty intense chips as well. I wasn't really paying attention as I was gathering. I was just scooping them up, putting them straight in my pocket. I love this one. I really like the shape. Oh, this one too. It looks like the base of a bottle. I think they're just so beautiful. The way that they've just been worn down by the waves and the rocks and the sand. This is a thicker piece. Let's collect a few pieces here. Oh, I like that one. Isn't that interesting? Can you see any more? Do you kind of get what I mean about wanting to eat them? Not so much with the brown ones, but the clear ones. I don't know why. I really don't. I've probably missed a couple pieces of the clear, but that's alright. I've got this big old piece of the brown, which is not very good. It's pretty, I don't know, underdone. It's sort of not worn down very much. It doesn't look so pretty. So you may have noticed there's a few things that are different in here. So this is a piece of ceramic. It's quite plain, but it's definitely ceramic. The next couple of pieces are a bit more exciting. This one is ceramic also, but it has a really interesting shape. This looks like a foot of some description, perhaps a little saucer, a little plate. I love this one, it's been worn down so smooth. And I think these pieces of ceramic are so special because it makes me wonder where they came from, how they ended up on my particular beach, how long they've been there for. You can see it's got some cracks in the glaze, I guess. I hope you also find this fascinating. I guess you wouldn't be here if you didn't. But and then this last piece, I was pretty thrilled to find this. It says made in Japan under glaze, and this says hand, and what I think is the start of the word painted. This has the same sort of cracked glaze look. And on this side, we have a little piece of a leaf, I guess. So interesting. Again, I wonder how old it is. I was so excited to find just a few little pieces of green glass. I mean, you can see how much of the brown I found and a good amount of the clear as well. And I only found 4 little pieces of green, and I sent 1 to my sister. It was like, I was so excited. I was just so in my element, just looking for sea glass. Totally carefree, and yeah, it was really, I was in my happy place. What have we got in here? We have a little shell. Which I thought was pretty. We have a little stone, which is this gorgeous green colour, and I thought it was fascinating. It's been tumbled smooth. Do you know what this is? I wonder if it's a jasper, like a green jasper. I thought it was really interesting. We've got a lot of the brown glass, which I think is also so beautiful. So many different shapes. This one's really nice. Very smooth. Okay, how about we tip out the rest? As you can see, there's still so much. The bits of clear that I was missing. Let's gather them up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like this little one. And 8. A tiny little piece, and this one's actually one of my favorites. so itty bitty. I've got dust on my fingers again. Here's the other, can't pick it up, tiny piece of green glass. It's a funny little shape. I found this piece of jasper, which is perfectly rectangle, and it makes me think it was just lost like this. I don't think this was naturally formed, because surely it wouldn't be rectangle, but still pretty cool. A few more little shells. The one from earlier as well. Nearly dropped it. That sounds really cool. What do you think? I really like it. Okay, and then we've just got a lot of brown sea glass. I'll just show you, this one is pretty cool. I'm guessing this was the neck of a bottle. It's even still got a ridge, so I think this was like the lip of a bottle. I just think it's such a pleasing shape. Okay, I don't want to bore you too much, so let's move this aside, and I've just got a couple last things to show you. I have a few bigger shells, which I think have some pretty nice sounds. This one has more of a reddish hue when it's wet, and I actually have a couple of them. It's got a nice little hollow sound. I wonder what creature used to live in here. It's got like a little bit of wood or a little rock or something stuck in there. I found a couple of these, but I only kept one. Sounds pretty good. Hopefully this isn't gonna creep you out. I just find it really interesting. This is a piece of a crab shell, and I did did some Googling and I believe it's a spider crab. So you can actually see its eyes here and here. It's his little eyes. So that's the front, and then it would have these big long legs. The other one I found was all covered in like dried algae. You can see a little bit on this one, this sort of fuzz. So that's why I kept this one, because it wasn't as prickly. Again, I hope it's not creepy or gross. I find it really interesting. It's like, it's an exoskeleton, right? So this is basically like a piece of bone. It also sounds really good. What do you reckon, guys? Should I bring back the spider crab in another video? ASMR is a funny thing. I have all of this sea glass, so beautiful, so interesting, and it doesn't sound very good. And then I have this kind of ugly, but still interesting little crab thing, and like it sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's even got this texture. Let's leave that for now. Maybe I'll bring it back in another video if you guys like it. The last thing is much less weird. It's this abalone shell. There were lots of these, but this one was probably the nicest one I found. It's as far as having this shine, it's still got such a brilliant iridescence. Wow, look at that. Beautiful purples and blues and greens. It's a bit hard to pick up on camera, but I'd say this one's pretty like new. It hasn't been sun bleached too much. It does have a lot of damage to like the outer part of the shell, but even so. I'm not the biggest fan of abalone shells, like as decoration, but I still thought this was really interesting. It was really like difficult knowing what to keep. I did find some other things that I left at the Airbnb. There were already some collections of shells and things that I believe other guests had left behind, and so it was kind of cool to add to that things I didn't necessarily want to keep. But like beach themed decor, I actually really don't like. So it's kind of this battle between like, oh, it's a shell, and I really don't like shells as decorations. But then on the other hand, I'm like, but it's this natural thing, and it's so fascinating how they're formed, the textures of it, like they're so interesting and beautiful. But as like a treasure I found, not as a decor item. I don't know if anyone else understands what I mean, but maybe that's why I like the sea glass so much, because it doesn't have the same connotations. That's the only word I can think of. I don't think it's right, but it doesn't have the same connotations for me as shells do. Well, this was supposed to just be like a quick little video. Supposed. That's what I had in mind. I thought I'll just make a little video with the sea glass, and it's been 45 minutes. So that's cool. I'm glad. But perhaps I will wrap it up. I really hope that this has been interesting, relaxing. It could be one of those things that I find interesting and no one else does. You know, there's a high possibility of that, but I guess if you really did find this interesting, then I would love to know. I always love hearing from you guys, and I really, really love hearing specific things that you like. Like if there's a particular item or a timestamp or like a really specific sound that you were just like jiving with. I really, really love to know that as well. But even if you don't want to comment, that's okay. I'm really glad that you're here and I hope you've enjoyed it.